Welcome to Business BTS, where you get all the amazing business case studies and untold stories that shape our world. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most secretive and controversial topics in the world of finance: offshore tax havens. You know, the places where billionaires stash their cash while the rest of us search the couch for spare change. What if I told you that billionaires, world leaders, and even multinational corporations are hiding trillions of dollars in secret? And while you're paying taxes, they're finding ways to avoid them completely. But here's the real kicker. This isn't just happening in the shadows. It's happening legally. In today's video, we're diving deep into the hidden world of offshore tax havens. We'll uncover how the wealthiest hide their fortunes, how it affects you and me, and the unbelievable global impact this has on our economies. Let's start with the basics. What is an offshore tax haven? It's not just an island paradise with beaches. It's any jurisdiction that offers low or zero taxes, along with secrecy, to attract foreign wealth. Imagine owning a company that's earning billions, but you're paying next to nothing in taxes. That's the magic of a tax haven. By setting up shell companies and trusts in these places, corporations and individuals can hide their ownership and shield their wealth from scrutiny. But how does this work? And who's really benefiting? Let's break it down. A key tool in hiding wealth is the shell company, a business that exists only on paper. No employees, no offices. Just a legal entity that can hold assets and money, but without revealing the real owner. Trusts are another weapon in the wealthy's arsenal. By transferring their assets into trusts, billionaires can make it look like they don't own anything while still controlling everything behind the scenes. It's like handing over your car keys, but secretly being the one driving the car. In 2016, the Panama Papers exposed how world leaders, business tycoons, and celebrities were using these shell companies and trusts to hide fortunes. Among them were some of the world's most influential politicians. But that was just the tip of the iceberg. Fast forward to the Pandora Papers, the largest data leak in history. Over 300 politicians and world leaders were exposed for using offshore tax havens to hide their wealth. People like King Abdullah II of Jordan, who used shell companies to purchase luxury properties worth over $100 million. But it's not just political figures. Billionaires, corporations, even celebrities. They're all part of this secretive system that lets them hoard their wealth, while governments around the world lose billions in tax revenue. But here's the twist. These actions aren't always illegal. So how do the rich get away with it? We're about to find out. Now, let's talk about how the rich legally avoid taxes. One favorite trick is profit shifting. Corporations move their profits to countries with low or zero taxes. Think of it as putting your problems in someone else's suitcase while you enjoy the flight. Take a company like Nike, for example. Through clever accounting techniques, they shifted billions in profits to low-tax jurisdictions, like Bermuda. The result? They slashed their tax bill while the US government lost out on millions in potential revenue. But it doesn't stop with companies. Billionaires use a strategy called tax inversion, moving their wealth offshore to places like the Cayman Islands, where the tax rate is next to zero. And while you're paying taxes on your hard-earned income, their wealth grows untouched. So how does this affect you and me? When the rich avoid taxes, governments lose billions. And who fills that gap? That's right, us. Public services like education, healthcare, and infrastructure take a hit while the rich get richer. The global economy is missing out on $600 billion each year due to tax avoidance by corporations. And in developing countries, the impact is even worse. These countries lose around $200 billion in tax revenue every year. Money that could lift millions out of poverty is instead sitting in offshore accounts, making the rich richer. But what if this money could be recovered? The impact would be revolutionary. Governments are starting to fight back. The OECD's BEPS initiative aims to curb tax avoidance, and the US has passed laws like FATCA, which forces foreign banks to spill the beans about American account holders. But here's the catch. The system is deeply entrenched. For every loophole closed, the wealthy find new ways to move their money. It's a game of cat and mouse, and right now, the rich are still winning. The future of offshore tax havens is murky. As whistleblowers keep exposing secrets, more and more of these shady dealings come to light. But let's be real, this isn't going away overnight. Still, the more we know, the louder we can push for change. If governments can enforce stricter regulations and close the loopholes, we could see billions, if not trillions, flowing back into the global economy. Imagine what that could do for public services, infrastructure, and even poverty alleviation. So what can we learn from this hidden world of offshore wealth? It's a story of power, privilege, and a global system designed to benefit the few at the expense of the many. But it's also a story of resilience. As more of these secrets come to light, the fight for economic fairness grows stronger. What do you think? Should offshore tax havens be outlawed, or do they serve a legitimate purpose? Let us know in the comments. Stay tuned to Business BTS, where you get all the amazing business case studies, and we uncover the untold truths of the business world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.